Shelton, presented by the great folks at Our Community Credit Union. Again, a reminder, the Shelton Communications Survey wraps up tomorrow on the website sheltonwa.gov. You can get to the links there. And quick, it's just a short 5-minute survey. There's about 9 questions asking you about how you get information. And, well, this is one way here. So please, if you can, check radio or our website, KMAS, however you put it in. Just make sure you let the great folks at the city know that you hear it here on Daybreak and the like. Craig Gregory, Public Works Director, is here. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Got a big ribbon cutting tomorrow after the conclusion. Now, it's been open, as we've been talking about this morning, for a while. Cars have been traveling up and down the new downtown connector project. But tomorrow is a real big celebration on this project. Let's go back kind of to the beginning. I remember seeing some of those first initial design plans to head up Olympic Highway North there, and how it's evolved to what we see today. When did you guys start first realizing that work had to be done, that something needed to be done up down that whole stretch?
For a very long time. It's been such a long time coming. I can remember being back when I was the street foreman, us going down and actually grinding off the old asphalt overlay that was failing. You know, it was delaminating, coming off, and getting down to actually the concrete panels. And what we found was the concrete panels were actually better than what we had on the surface at the time.
Wow.
But that's been about a decade ago, and after doing that, when I first came on about 3 years ago, that we identified that as our number one priority, and went to work on designing it and going after funding and working with Transportation Improvement Board for quite some time, and bringing their engineers out and getting that project actually developed so we could get it funded, and then getting it funded November 2 years ago. And then right at the beginning of the project, when we started about a year and a half ago, the state delegation got us another $1 million to kind of complete that entire thing and make it pretty much fully funded for the construction portion of it back then. But yeah, it was a long time coming.
I noticed, driving up there now, it just, to me, feels a lot safer, especially going up the hill, where there had been times, you'd be driving in either of the lanes and somebody would, zip around you, or those, it's a curvy road, obviously, and so they come around and making it unsafe. Been open, like a month now, month and a half or so? Yep. What have you heard now that kind of the fever pitch has waned a bit, it seems like? Are people understanding about what the project has come to look like?
After everything, all the dust had settled, when we were going through it, we did hear quite a few negative comments about, how emergency vehicles were going to get around and,
sure,
and things like that. But I think after actually opening it completely, getting that final lift on the asphalt, we have heard nothing but positive comments since we got it completely done. We just went back and kind of put some window dressing on it with the banners and some other things. And as far as the feedback we got at the city, it has just been so positive.
Very good.
Since we got that done.
Well, tomorrow could be a kind of button on the whole project, as you're going to do a ribbon cutting, a ceremonial ribbon cutting at noon. Where is this going to be at?
Down at First and Alder, and it'll really give us a chance to thank everybody that helped us. It was everybody from our state delegation to, our city council and elected officials, to WashDOT helped us with design of the actual circle. So it was really a team effort throughout the region. So just thanking all of those folks and giving them recognition as well.
Highway 3 comes down through First Street there and then turns as you're going to head kind of towards the port, the marina there. That next road up is where the circle is. Is that still part of state roads, or is that back to Shelton?
State roads include down Highway 3 or First Street down past Neyland Park. And it's changed a little bit. Years ago, it used to be at Neyland, so right around the Ritz and down to Front Street. They've moved that over the last couple of years, and now it goes to Railroad Railroad to Front Street, and then Front Street to Highway 3. So technically, at Railroad is where the state highway ends, and then the city of Shelton owns everything north of Railroad Avenue.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So tomorrow at noon, it sounds like it's going to be a nice day for folks to gather and celebrate this with the ribbon cutting. So all the city officials will be there, I'm sure, and lots of big cheers and accolades. It looks great. We've been going on our morning walks and taking a little further stretch down to Alder and making our way up, and just it's wide. The sidewalks by the courthouse are huge. I mean, they're quite wide, it seems, and
multi-use paths. That's really what we were shooting for, is to get the bike. We couldn't give the bicyclists a lane of travel out in, actually on the roadway. So we developed that with Transportation Improvement Board as a multi-use path for bicyclists and pedestrians alike. So that's why we widened it out so much, is to get both of those through that area and do it safely.
We've been running an unauthorized auction as to who's going to be the first one through the ribbon cutting. And
who do you got going up there?
Well, George got to be the first one. George Blevins got to be the first one through it when we first opened it. So I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe we should run a contest or something before tomorrow, and
a good idea.
Whoever comes through it first.
That'd be fun. Greg, good to see you.
Thanks so much.
Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow out there. It's 8.